back in Rockwall, Texas today with this beautiful dual purpose balcony patio cover, solid timber, completely finished out with custom railing and gutter system. So let's start with the patio cover on this project. Originally, they had a balcony here, but it was rotten and it wasn't waterproof, which means every time it rained, it would just rain right through it, and he was fearful that his wife was gonna fall through the balcony because they couldn't use it anymore. He even stated that he would wear a rain suit and sit out here and cook under his old balcony because it wasn't waterproof. That was the start of the project. So once we met with him, we decided, hey, not only are we gonna build him a better deck with composite decking, but we're gonna make it larger and we're gonna make it a full patio cover underneath. So there's a dual purpose here. So by doing so, we had to do a floating composite floor on top with an Ultrex composite. And then we have that dumping in for the TPO floor and a torched floor into the gutter system. And then as you move underneath here, all solid timber, 8x8 posts, 6x12 solid beams integrated into the house. And then obviously our joists come right off of the wall. We finished it all out with this tongue and groove. We got a couple lights. We left them an open space for a fan that he's gonna add later. And then we cantilevered it. And the reason for the cantilever is because we don't want these posts any closer to the water, but we wanted more coverage. In order to accomplish that, we set these posts further back and did about a 3.5-foot cantilever to give them more coverage, more balcony without obstructing the walkway here to the pool. With this gutter system, we now have the water that runs off the floating composite deck floor into our gutters, down our downspouts, and down here into the drain. What that does is it keeps the water from accumulating on top, and then down here it gives them a full waterproof, weatherproof patio cover so you can cook, enjoy it, sit out here, whether it's the sun or the rain or what have you, and enjoy this year round. They also like to sit outside up top because their master bedroom is on top. They like to walk out of their door and sit down on the balcony and enjoy just being out here, having a view. They obviously can see the lake, which you can't see right now because it's foggy, but they can see the lake that direction, and then of course overlook their pool and just be outside and enjoy the beauty of being outdoors. So now we're up top on the balcony portion of this project in Rockwall. This was the start of this whole thing. They had a balcony here, but it was rotting because it was built with the home, and it was not completely waterproof. So actually it was just a deck. And so down underneath, when it rained, you would get soaking wet. So the customer decided they wanted to rebuild this completely, make the underneath the patio cover. And so in order to do that, we had to waterproof it. So we rebuilt the structure, we did a waterproof decking underneath, and then a composite on top. And this actual entire floor is floating on top of the waterproof TPO deck underneath. So we went with composite deck with hidden fasteners, no screws on the surface, except in the picture frame outside. And then we built this complete cedar custom railing with these balusters that they wanted spaced tight because they have a little puppy. They didn't want the little puppy to be able to get out. And then of course, you can see the cedar post, cedar 2x4, 2x6 on the top rail. So now we have a larger deck with a composite deck system, waterproof. So on top we have this, underneath we have the patio cover, and then phase 2, we're probably gonna build a cover over this so they can then come out here during the summer months. So if you're ever considering doing a balcony or a deck of sorts, whether you already have one or you're building it from scratch, some things you really want to think about is this. Do you want it to be dual purpose and have a patio cover underneath? Do you want it in all real timber, stained wood, or do you want to finish it with painted material similar to your home? Then you need to determine what kind of material you want to use on the top. Do you want a composite deck or do you want a natural wood? And then your railing. Do you want to build a custom rail or do you want to buy a standard metal railing or some type of composite railing? And last but not least, what do you want it to be like underneath? How large do you want it? What kind of obstructions? What kind of electrical? Do you want to be able to use both sides of this in a manner in which you're able to really capitalize on the build itself? And last but not least, do you want to put a cover over the balcony portion, which that's a phase 2 in this project. We hope you enjoyed watching this. We hope you learned something about building balconies. And remember, always do the right thing.